Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the video. Today is Dwarfism Awareness Day. It is Dwarfism Awareness Month and today is Dwarfism Awareness Day. So if you don't know, I have dwarfism. My form is called Markio syndrome. It is a pretty rare form of dwarfism. And I thought that I would do a video kind of talking about how you can help dwarfism awareness and maybe tell a story about somebody who is pretty important in dwarfism awareness movement. His name was Benjamin Lay. I'm going to be talking about him here in a second. And there is another person that I want you guys to know of. His name is Aubrey Smalls, and he has been doing a lot for the dwarfism community. He's making a documentary. It should be coming out like as soon as he gets enough money for the production. It's called Your Average Height People, and it's going to be a movie with an all dwarfism cast. Because there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that have dwarfism, they don't get to book roles because they're not meeting like the height requirements or whatever Hollywood's little like excuse for it is, which sucks. How we do get like judged basically like out of different parts just because we're small, and it makes no sense, but it's fine because you can help today by clicking on the link down below, reading about this project that he is working on, that Aubrey Smalls is producing. Donate if you can. I think they're like 9,000 away or something like that. I would donate, but I don't have money. But I do have dwarfism, and I am spreading awareness because it is very, 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 very important for us to be spreading awareness about little people, because we exist and people don't talk about it enough. They just don't. So I thought that I would help talk about it maybe. And if you don't have dwarfism, if you're an average heighted individual, you can always educate your peers, tell people about us, tell people about Aubrey Small's project, tell them about this documentary, donate to this documentary, so that way it can be produced, so that way more people can learn about dwarfism, and that way more people will know about it. But yeah. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say for the intro. I will have Aubrey Smalls linked down below, his site where you can donate or whatever. And I'm going to be talking about Benjamin Lay. So if you've heard his name before, you probably have heard it from Aubrey Smalls, because Aubrey Smalls has a podcast. It's called Dwarfism History. I also recommend that, where he talks about different people in the dwarfism community. He talks about P.D. Barnum and like goes more into depth of why the M word is a slur, and yeah, it's just very interesting. And that also, if you want to go check out my last video, I talk about dwarfism. I talk about why it's not okay to say the M slur, but yeah. So Benjamin Lay was like pretty like older guy. Like he was born in like one of those hundreds, 18 or 1400s. I'm gonna fact check myself right quick because I don't want to be spreading misinformation about this dude, because he was like a legend, like such a legend. Born in the 1600s, so a long time ago. So Benjamin Lay was a Anglo-American Quaker humanitarian an abolitionist. He was very known for his stride against slavery. He was a white dude. If I remember, I'll put a picture of him. But he was a Quaker, and if you know anything about the Quakers, back in the day, back when there was slavery, they were for it. And that's not what he stood for. He was a Quaker. He believed in everything they did. He just did not believe in slavery. He did not believe in using people, like, to work for you. He did not believe in what they did to the slaves. He thought it was wrong. Well, and whenever I say having people work for you, I mean slavery. I don't mean, like, just, like, somebody working at a McDonald's. Like, I'm talking about slavery, which is not a lighthearted subject at all. And if you don't know what slavery was, look it up. But yeah, so he was born in January of 1682 in Copford, Essex, England, and he died February 8th, 1759, at the age of 77 in Pennsylvania, U.S. Fun fact, this man built a boat and he sailed across the oceans, educating people and talking about slavery, why it was wrong, and he sailed on this boat by himself. I need to figure out this. He stood about 4 feet tall. If you're under 4'11", you could have dwarfism. Ask your doctor today. Okay. So he was about 4 foot tall, and I don't know what kind of dwarfism that he had, but he had a hunchback, and he was a vegetarian, he was a feminist, he was an abolitionist, and he opposed the death penalty. That means he did not like the death penalty. He thought that was wrong. He had very, like, today's age values, which is pretty cool if you think about it, because, like, he was so ahead of his time and, like, knew, like, so much, like, was wrong, which I think is pretty dope. So he sailed all the way from England all the way to the United States, and he had a good friend over here in the United States back then. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is pretty cool. His name was Benjamin Franklin. We've all heard of Benjamin Franklin, but they were, like, best friends like this. They wrote a book together, and people did not know that they were friends, because back then, if you were friends with somebody who had dwarfism, who had any disability, who was probably African American, like anything like that, that was considered, like, outlawed. Like, that's not good. You need to have friends that are like us, like, you know, like, that was the type of beat that they had, which is not cool, and Benjamin knew that was not cool, and he tried to educate everybody, and, like, I just thought that was awesome. And the book was published. I need to look at what it was. He was, like, low-key illiterate, because a lot of people back then were. There was not proper education. You had to have, like, money, like, a lot, to be able to afford it. But he, like, thought that it was important to write. He thought it was important to tell the world about, like, how he believed, which that is pretty valid. I just think that is the coolest thing. I just learned about Benjamin Lay, like, whenever Aubrey Smalls put out that podcast, I learned about Benjamin Lay. which is crazy because I have dwarfism. You'd think I would know, like, and the world probably doesn't even know because they don't teach you this stuff in history. They only want to teach you like certain things that like America wants you to know or whatever. But this is like so like cool. Like if you have dwarfism, if you have like any kind of disability, even if you're not disabled, this is like a very cool story, a very fascinating story. And Benjamin Lay is a king. Benjamin Lay is a legend. Anyone who is like Benjamin Lay is a legend. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I just thought that story was cool. Happy Dwarfism Awareness Day. Happy Dwarfism Awareness Month. I am going to have a bunch of resources linked down below for you guys to check out. Aubrey Small's website for the Dwarfism, Your Average Height People podcast, or movie, documentary, sorry. I'm going to have his podcast linked down below, Dwarfism History, if you want to learn more about Benjamin Lay, because he probably went into more depth about things that he did. Like, he wrote, like, a whole thing, that he reads, I think, or sums it up or whatever, but yeah, so go out and check that podcast if you can. It's all on Spotify and Apple Music and all that. And I think he is doing it on YouTube for you to watch, because it's better to watch because you can see more of what he's explaining, and he puts like pictures and like it's cool. So I'll also put links to shops down below that are owned by people with dwarfism that sell dwarfism clothes. So if you know somebody with dwarfism, get them a little gift for Christmas. Get them a little gift for whatever. And I know that one of the shops is doing a sale for Dwarfism Awareness Month. So if this video comes out in time, you get 10% off, and that's awesome. So yeah, dwarfism clothes are expensive. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to try to keep post another video at some point. School has just been a lot, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.